in the financial services business. Been doing this for about 39 years and have no questions. I didn't know that I had to prepare a question, so my apology. I've been through a lot of different coaching, strategic coach, etc., and something about you caught my attention, and I'm kind of like a growth junkie, always looking to learn and see what's working for other people. So for someone who's been through a lot of different coaching and a lot of different programs about trust-based selling and all sorts of things throughout my career, I'm curious as to how you might be able to help someone like myself.
Well, Michael, let me ask you a question. How many opportunities on average per month do you get in front of or do you speak with typically, or on a phone call? How on average per month, typically?
Probably it's very hard for me to track because I have two businesses. One is a wholesale business where I act as a back office for insurance agents and financial planners to place insurance business. And then I do some fee-based and traditional financial planning for retail clients. Probably 80%, 70% of my revenue comes in on the wholesale business.
Yeah.
But a lot of that has morphed into the retail business, as some of these people don't have the expertise on the insurance side. So I'm doing joint work with them.
Let's use retail for now, just as a case study. So how many people do you get in front of per month on the retail side? On average, you speak.
I would say 5 to 7.
Okay, let's just be call it 5. Be conservative.
Mm-hmm.
So you speak with 5 opportunities a month. Of those 5, how many would you typically onboard as a new paying client on average of the 5 each month?
I would say about half.
Okay, we'll say 2. Be conservative.
I don't really track any of it, but yeah,
that's okay. I'm trying to ballpark this to see where there might be an opportunity for you to improve what you're doing. So 5 a month, 2 onboarding, and I assume your average value per client, I would assume AUM and all that, maybe about 5-10K a year if they onboard with you, I guess, based upon assets. Let's just say 10K, be conservative. Okay, so 10K per year over 10 years, they're worth you $100,000, right? If they stay with you for 10 years.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so one new sale to you is worth $100,000 in value if you can onboard another client each month. Right? If you get one new client, an extra one.
Okay.
They're your numbers. So I'm just trying to take your situation. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you got 5 a month and you're onboarding 2, what if you can close that gap and just help you convert 1 more or 2 more or 3 more of those a month, just based on your ability to be more effective at them trusting you on that first conversation where they say to themselves, let's do this. If we can close that one gap, that to me seems like a hole you've got in your situation right now.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think that, there's always room for improvement, and that's why I'm here. Yeah. I don't think that, for you making me aware of that, which is something, quite frankly, I was aware of. If I had a higher closing ratio, there's only 2 things we can do. We could either be a better salesman or we could see higher quality people. So I'm very much aware of what you're saying, but what are you going to do to I'm very good at building rapport, building trust, showing my credibility.
Let me ask you a question real quick. We have 2 minutes left. When you have your first meeting with people, and they show up in your office or Zoom. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how you do it, but
mostly Zoom.
Okay, let's say they show up in Zoom. It's your first meeting with them, and they show up. How do you begin your meeting? What do you say?
Ari, what would make this a great meeting? So when we're done with today, you feel like, wow, this was spectacular. I'm so glad I met you. And then I just let them talk.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so that can go in a whole bunch of different directions depending on where they're at. And then you have to chase that direction and follow it somewhere where they want to take you. There's a whole different process.
Right, but it clearly makes them understand I'm here to serve them, not to serve my needs.
I totally get that. And that's good. You're right. But here's some refinement for you on the languaging. to allow you to be the doctor and then be the patient, where it's not open-ended. And here's what you might say, what I call top of the iceberg to begin your meeting is a small sample. If it's okay with you, Julie, can you take a step back for a moment? Can you walk me a bit through your background, your story, situation, up to your current financial concerns? We'll go from there. Would that be okay with you? Asking permission first, the way I'm saying this, shows your empathy, shows you care, and keeps this conversation mapped around their issues, as opposed to a future goal they're trying to get to. And that's a lot of advisors instinctively take what they've got, they're given, and off they go to a next step. What I'm suggesting, there's a way to x-ray this situation with them, where you unpack their situation, where they feel that you're doing a deep dive in the world right at hello, and they say to you, Michael, how can you help me? It's very efficient. It's called the one call sale. I've got to run now. We've got to end this show. Once you come back, reach out to me. I'll walk you through it. Just through our website, go to my free consult page, fill out the form. I'll get you on the calendar. We'll talk more, okay?
Sounds great. Thanks so much.